and I see what's going on. And, everybody's really sad. I personally have been very depressed over it.
Devastation in the Bullitt County community tonight. A mother with a $2 million bond after police say she shot and killed her 2 young sons. And then yesterday, police finding the body of a woman near a ditch line on the side of the road. In separate cases here, it's our top story on the WHAS 11 night team. I'm Doug Proffitt. Bullitt County residents have been stunned by violence this week, waiting for answers as police investigate 2 separate homicide cases. WHAS 11 night team's Connor Steffen and photojournalist Aspen Hester are back from Bullitt County and talking to people as they try and wrap their heads around what happened.
Most of the people in Bullitt County, everybody knows everybody.
A close-knit county continues to ask itself why.
It just scares you because you don't know what's going to happen.
Left with so many unanswered questions after a discovery made in this ditch off Highway 1020 Thursday. Bullitt County Sheriff Walt Scholler says a homicide investigation is underway after police recovered a woman's body here. She is yet to be identified and they're still looking for whoever left her there.
We normally don't have things like this happen in this neighborhood. Everybody's usually very nice.
This nearby business owner, who asked we don't show her face, says it's the latest in a tough week.
Everybody's really sad. I personally have been very depressed over it.
This crime scene tape at this scene in Hillview marks the second tragedy this community has had to endure this week. 15 minutes away in Shepherdsville, this growing memorial out front of Bentwood Drive home represents the other.
It's like you don't know what's going to happen anymore.
The loss of 2 young brothers, 6-year-old Maurice and 9-year-old Jaden, who police believe were shot by their own mother, has touched the hearts of many.
For me, children are so precious.
But especially those living here in Bullitt County.
They had their whole life ahead of them.
As the boy's mother, 32-year-old Tiffany Lucas, faces 2 counts of murder, the community is remembering the names and honoring the lives of the 2 young boys taken too soon. They're planning a vigil for 5 Sunday evening inside Little Flock Baptist Church. Well, answers might not come soon for this community after a week of loss.
You naturally just start wondering, what happened.
They'll carry on together. In Bullitt County, Connor Steffen, the WHAS 11 night team, on your side.
Again, the public's asked to turn out for the vigil. It'll be held for the boys on Sunday evening at the Little Flock Baptist Church. That's 5500 North Preston Highway in Shepherdsville. It'll start at 5 p.m. A man from Mount Washington who police say had human remains in his home, using some of those remains as home decorations, now plans to change his plea in connection to some federal gun charges. James Knott was arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm after the FBI raided his home in July. The FBI discovered dozens of human remains, including 40 skulls, spinal cords, femurs, and hip bones, along with guns and ammunition that he was not supposed to have. Knott originally pleaded not guilty to the gun charges. Court documents show a change of plea hearing will occur on November 27th. All new tonight on the night team, the race to save history at one of Charlestown, Indiana's oldest cemeteries. The people who take care of the resting place are trying to preserve an historic landmark that's nearly 200 years old. WHAS 11 night team's Taylor Woods has more on how they are finding money to do it.
This was Jonathan Jennings, the first governor of Indiana.
This is Charlestown Cemetery. It opened in 1825, 17 years after Charlestown was founded on the Ohio River. Several Civil War and World War I veterans are laid to rest here. Over the last few months, this holding building has seen major repairs to the roof and wooden door.
This up here was broken away too, and we'll get that all repaired.
It once held bodies during the wintertime when the ground was frozen, waiting for burial. Bill Crace and other Charlestown Cemetery Association board members are trying to preserve its history, but they need help funding the repairs.
To save a historic building, that's what we want to do. This cemetery would not be the same to pull down in here and this building gone.
So far, the Cemetery Association has been approved for a $10,000 grant from the Redevelopment Commission. Repairs are estimated to cost between $15,000 and $20,000.
Before we did this, it was all broken up in here, and you could see the brick underneath here was loose. Mortar joints were open.
Don Barton's parents are buried in the cemetery, and he's pleased with the way the Cemetery Association keeps it up.
I think it's great. I'm glad tickled to death they're doing it. It's something we need maintained.
Barton says it's important to respect the graveyard.
Well, it's great to be able to come over here. I don't live too far. It's great to come over here and visit their graves occasionally. My wife does a good job maintaining the flowers and all on it.
Now he hopes others will donate to the repair funding. In Charlestown, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 team on your side.
If you would like to help and donate to the Charlestown Cemetery's funding repairs, you can find more information on our website at WHAS11.com. We learned today that the leader of Jefferson County Public Schools, Dr. Marty Polio, won't be front and center for a while. That's because he's recovering from emergency back surgery. Dr. Polio, in a statement, said he will now focus on his rehab so that he can swiftly return to serve the school district. Polio says he's going to stay in constant contact with his leadership team, and he's confident the school district's in good hands during his absence, again, as he recovers from emergency back surgery.